Hey, what's up? Chin here from Coding Quick Tips. Today was a somehow special video. In this video I don't want to give an in-detail tutorial. I want to give you an overview on how to create a game. So what I will do here is I will create a mini game, and I will just record the whole process, how I do it. It won't be anything fancy, it will be like a 1 hour or 2 hour game, and I will upload all this in one piece. I will then edit in some notes you can click on to jump to some important parts of the game and of the development of the game, so you don't need to watch the full video if you don't want to, but I guess it's a good way to show you how I actually work on a whole project and how it goes from planning the idea of what the game should do to getting it done in code and to modeling it using classes and objects and to then actually write it. So I think all of my tutorials are single splitted pieces, and this should give you an idea how you can create a whole game. So I haven't done too much for this tutorial as in preparation. I will just start out here with what I actually want to create, because I don't want to prepare all this, because then it wouldn't show you the actual process how I do this. I'll just try to make to do the stuff here and to comment it a bit by the way. So I will just do the game and talk to you while doing that. The game won't have any fancy art or sounds. I will do it with, I guess I will just hard code everything, as I don't have I'm not really an artist, so I will show you the programming part, which is enough, and the graphical stuff you will be able to add that for yourself. And the whole project is on GitHub, so you can look through the code, and it's not the best, it's just to get the game working in the time and to have what I want to have. And that's a big tip on actually making games. Don't do any hyper fancy stuff that you don't need, just make it work, because otherwise you will waste a lot of time. So let's get to the game. So I got here a simple drawing tool to get my concept on paper. First of all, what is the game? I want to make a simple infinite runner. I want to hold it so I can change it later a little bit and maybe add something like power-ups, but for the beginning, let's make an infinite runner. As a name, I will call it everything. I will call it, here we go, Flawless Run. Here we go. What should be, it's like, whoa, I suck at drawing with a graphics tablet. We have some sort of player here. Here you go. And he obviously runs in that direction. And we will have boxes placed. We'll be able to edit those levels, that's one thing I want to add. So like boxes, maybe in spike. And maybe if I can get it done in that time. And mystery power up, I'm not sure yet. So that's a basic setup I want to create. Well, here's the end of the screen, and then here, I don't know, some score value that's rendered. And I don't know, So that's a basic concept. I want to create that. So next step would be, what do I need to create that? What kind of classes do I need? How will I put that? And one thing I also want, I want a main menu. Not really a main menu. It's a main menu. Here we go. Let's create that in an extra document. Here we go. It's a main menu. That layer 3. So main menu. So that's the second thing I want to do. I actually want to introduce a menu in here, so you see how I put that together quite quickly. So the main menu will just be like a text saying click to play or something like that, and then you will have to click, and the main menu will display the high score down here. That I hope I will be able to save and reload every game start. I'll just save in plain text file, I think, but I will come to that later. Sorry if I got grammar mistakes or shit, but So that's what I want. And since the basic game structure will be, you have the main menu as one actor. Whoop. Here we go. And so if your actual game as another actor. So we will have two scenes basically. And I will have one controller class. Or one class that controls which of both is displayed. And you will be able to set whether the game or the main menu is displayed. So that way we can easily achieve replaying the game, as we can just reload a whole new game class if we want to have a new run. So that will deal actually with restarting and playing again. Yes, that should do this. So we will have two big scenes, one main menu, one game scene. Let me turn the music down a bit, I guess it could be too loud. Okay, that should do it. Anyway, so we will have two big scenes that we have to design. So the main menu, I don't really care too much about that because I think that won't be a problem to do. The controller will also be quite simple. I won't do that on paper. I will do that just in code, as that will be quite simple. So really thing I care about is how to do the actual game logic within the level. So if we have a look up here again, I will definitely create some sort of player class. Our player will basically be a box, I guess. It will have a collider on it, so that will have a collider. And then I will create a level class, I think, that will handle the level. So the player will handle also input and will handle itself. So level class will have some functions that can check collision. And what I want to do, I want to keep the player actually always on the same position and just move it up and down and actually move the whole level towards the player. That way we can also achieve the feel and look of a running game. So we will move the whole level. To get the infinite level done, we could either use some really fancy big dynamic data structure. But what I think I will do to actually get the level working in code is I will split up the level in level parts, like, I don't know, if that's the whole level and our players know so tiny. Yeah. Then you will have here in box, 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 and here. And then I will make like a split. And then will be a new level part. And one of those splits will be bigger than one screen width. With that we can be sure it will be bigger than two screen widths. Or one screen width, I don't know, something like that. It will be bigger than the screen that the player can actually see. Oh, damn it, I need to put this on. Why isn't that auto playing? Here we go. I will get one of those pieces, so that's what the players. Give me a second. Sorry for that. So that's what the player actually sees later on, and that's smaller than one of those chunks. So we'll divide the level into smaller chunks, and each of those chunks will be loaded out of a text file, so we can actually edit how much you can see of the level. With that, we can load those chunks out of text files and edit them easily by our don't take this serious designers, just to show you can also include other persons making levels or something. We will do this in easy plain text style loading systems. And so yeah, we will have a one level class that will hold those chunks. It will always hold two chunks, and those chunks will have like an offset, an X offset. I don't know. And sys offset will move them to the left, and this will be updated every update call. And our actually game class will move them left, moves the level left, so manipulates that offset. And with that we can implement stuff like the game gets faster over time or something like that. Will be quite easy to implement then. And what we will do is we will have a set of those pieces here with individual place tiles, and we will just randomly load a new piece. So we will basically, what we will do, we will shift offset left, and if our player gets out of this, if our player would be here later on, or basically the level shifted down left, so the player is technically here, we will see we don't need set here. We will make set to our first level, and whoop, we will put set level down here, render it here, and just load a new level with a new offset. I got a bare plan in mind how that will work, but I think splitting that up is better than making it totally dynamic, as this will actually, well, get us a lot to work off. So, yeah, I guess it's a basic plan. How the exact collision will work, I will figure that out in code for such a small project, but the general idea is have a player class that handles player input and movement up and down, and this player class will call and function on the level class every frame to check collisions, and the level class will then handle those collisions and do something with them. And if the level then detects that we should die, so I will make the level detecting if the player should die and the player is a better input. But I think I would just jump into coding now, because that's what I want to do. If that was a bare plan for you, to keep it short, we will have a running game. We will have a main menu, put that into brackets because it's not really a good menu, but we will have two scenes. One of them will be the menu. And yeah, we will have this menu then. And the menu will the menu will basically just lead over to the game scenes. The game scenes lead back to the menu, and therefore we can easily restart the game. The game itself is basically big running levels that moves to the left, and the level consists out of chunks. So that's the basic plan. Let's get that somehow done in here. So flawless run. Here we go. Set up the empty project here. So. Ta-da! We got an empty window set up. I didn't want to set it up. All new. Oh god, already 12 minutes. So that's the whole plan. Let's start off. Our game class will actually be our... Yeah, our game class will manage which screen is played. And as I don't really see more than two screens here, and it will be a hassle to create it dynamically, I will just create a new class, game screen, and a new class menu screen. So usually if I would have more screens I would inheritance, but oh yeah, I'll give me a second. Game screen, level screen, and I will create a base class screen for them, as I love inheritance. Here we go. The screen will be what we can display later. So our screen will basically also have an init, render, and update method. Shitty. So here we go. Ta-da! We got our basic screen done. I want the subclasses to override those functions. So let me do that. Ta-da! What's that keyword we just force subclasses to inherit those functions, which is pretty nice. Here we go. Our screen will hold and reference to our game. So protected game, protected to be able to view it within the subclasses. So we will have a reference back to our game. That will help to change the scenes later on. And we will also have a default constructor, public screen. I hope that works. Game so start game equals game. Here we go. So that's our base class. So let's go in here. Extend screen. I do that just to save some code and save some time. It will show us an error because ta-da! Here we go. It will automatically implement those, which is quite nice. No need to write those. Here we go. Menu screen, extend screen, save that, blah blah blah. Yes, I want all that shit. Delete the damn screen comments. If anyone of you knows how to turn them off, I could search it up, but I never do it. Let me know in the comments. I hate those comments. Not your comments, but those comments. So now we got our basic setup. In our game class, we want to have a class called private screen current screen, which will save the current screen we are having, which makes sense. And I will make we'll do it that way. Private boolean setup equals true false. And what I want to do with that is I want to do in here, or in the update method, I want to see if setup equals false. Yeah, let's do it that way. Not so cool other way. Setup equals true, so only executes this once, and then we want to call it current screen dot init. What that will do basically, with that I want to init our current screen. And we want to call our subscreens update and render methods. That way we will have a basic view system, which is nice to have in that short amount of time. In the init method I will set current screen plus new menu screen. And it will take a game in the constructor, so we'll give it ourselves. And we just create one last thing, which will be public void set screen, which will enable the other classes to change the screen out of them. So void set screen, screen new screen, and our current screen will then equal our new screen. See, therefore we change the screen. Not to forget, setup equals false. That way we will call the init method of the other class. To our menu screen, I won't do anything fancy in here. We'll just do we'll just draw on font. Prepare that here. Here we go. Damn it. So I wanna add font in here to the true type font. I want that, and here I want I guess that font. Yeah, here you go. I got those font code down here because I don't want to type it. We load the font, and I guess we also render it. The color, here we go. And the main menu will be, for now, really simple. It will be press space to play. So that seems quite simple, quite straightforward. And I will place it, give a second, how big is the screen? 600, maybe 500, 300. Doesn't have to look perfect, but I don't know. Oh, got an error, so that's not cool. Null pointer, menu screen render, line 28. Was in it called game? Let me try something. Set begins, where's the DDF? Does it even get called? Server set, it's quite late down here. Print setup or whatever. And let me get down here and say render. Okay, here's the problem. Our setup gets called after the render method, so back to our game code, and if I move it up here, let's okay, now it should work theoretically. Let's get it in here. Oh yeah, here we go. So the error was render gets called before updates, therefore our init wasn't called and our fonts weren't loaded. Yes, it does its job, I guess. For main menu and set an update, we say if gc.getInput, we will just see if space is pressed. Is key pressed? Input dot key space. Hits that. Here we go. And if so, we will say game.setScreen new game screen, and we will give it our game. Here we go. Ooh, strange bug here. So here we go. We got some basic scene system working. Not bad. Okay, so after that I wanna get to the actual game. I wanna make one class for the player. Oh, give me a second. Okay, so that makes sense. I won't add anything else, so I can't do that. So player class. Oops, here we go. We'll also add this. Add those two in here, and maybe also say yes, the init method can't be too bad. But without the overrides, please. So here we go. We got a player that we want to render on our screen, and besides that, I told that I want to make a level class. Level will also get those methods, as I like to have some down here. Okay, we have a player and a level, and I will start with the player. So our player has, as I told, no real X position, as it basically moves anyways along the axis. What I want to do for the player is I want to get a private shape body in here or something like that. Yeah. And what I want to do with that is I want to use this for collision checking with our world, as done in one of the previous tutorials. And I want to set our player at x100, y100 to start off, and the size should be 50-50. Let's make it quite small to make it easier. You can change that later on. And in render we just call g.fullShape body. So no graphical representation, you could just draw an image in here, and we'll make g.set color dot well, let's make our player white. One last thing I wanna add, and I got this method. I got it out of one of our last tutorials. It's just a draw debug lines function. I really wanna call that here in the superclass. Just that I got the debug lines, makes it easier for me. Nothing else. Tree. Here we go. Yep. Wait, why isn't it drawn? Oh, damn it. That was actually my fault. So here we go. Press space to play. That works. And now we are in the game scene, which is pretty nice for now. Game screen. We got our player, which is drawn, and in our game we actually have only one player, so no need for any fancy stuff. We only have one player. So here we go, our player, init our player equals new player. And player dot render, which is also nice, and player dot update. Here we go, and we should. Here we go. Here's our player. As in the previous videos, I will make him fall down, and I think I will get him a constructor public player just for later on. You will see it in a second. Here we go. So level will consist out of smaller level parts, but I will handle that internally in the level. So I need to see how I can actually handle that efficiently. Our player should fall down, but it only falls down, so we have private flat velocity y. Here we go. I want the y. Freaking keyboard. For y equals 0 at the beginning, and we just go and add some constants. Static flat gravity. Let's go g equals. I don't know yet. And I think I will. Yeah, I got the game V-synced. I won't pay attention to the delta time, as I don't think it's necessary. If you have low frame rates, it will just lag. Yes, that's what I will do, because everything else will be overkill for this. So, okay, in the update, as previously, for y plus equals a big G, and our body dot set x equals body dot get x plus. Oh, what do I have with system x? Here we go. Y. This will implement our basic gravity. Yeah, he falls down. Let's make it a little slower. 0.3f. Space to play. Okay, here we go. We got our player running, which is not too bad, in my opinion. So now next step is the level. What we can do here in the menu, here in the game screen, let's get in here. We can also get a private level, and this will be our level, same as the player. We go down here, level equals new level, no need for anything fancy in here, level dot init. I will render the level in front of the player. Dot render, and last but not least, level dot update. So here we go, half an hour, and I haven't got too much. Wow. Anyways, annotations will lead you through everything, I hope. Okay, so to go on, what do you want to do? I got the level, so the level will consist out of those chunks as told before, and we will move them, so I need a new class for one of those chunks. Level chunk. I want also the render stuff in there. And one of those level chunks will then actually represent our level. I'm currently thinking how I can handle that. If I do... Okay. One of our chunks will have private and length. So it will have a specific length. And it will have a scope and private flat. X offset. And yeah, we will be able to init those levels using okay, so that seems to be okay. In this level we will then have shapes representing our tiles, and so shapes will be in a two-dimensional array, and those will be our tiles. No, it's only one shape in an array. I'm talking while doing that. Have I imported? Yeah. So, and our level will be created public level chunk. As I want to load the levels from text files, we will basically put in the file here that we want to load the level from. The file will be a simple text file. We can go here, new folder, levels, that will do its job. And yeah, we'll basically load all levels in it and randomly select which one gets played. Therefore we have a nice endless runner. Okay. Oh, it's already quite late. Give me a second. Yeah, I will finish some of the level code and then split this up into a second video. I think I will make like half-minute pieces or 1 hour pieces. But as this was a whole game, I think it's okay. Okay, let's go on. If we load that, I got some code down here to read the text file. Don't want to type all that. Step 1, import. Step 2, make it work. Here we go. File read out of our file. Okay, what that will do, it will basically read the file line by line. As current line equals, okay. What we will do here is the first line, let's get to our level format. New text file, here we go. File, CFS, running game levels, level 1.txt. So, I don't know if it was, okay. So here we go, we got our text file, and the way I want to save our level is, if I go back in game shortly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks, so I guess I will part those into 4, maybe. No, I will keep the size, so it really won't be fancy, but let me start it again. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's make it 2 more, make it 10 of those, and what I will do is basically, I will use something like, I will use something like set for and solid block, And for a part of air, I will just use something else. Let me see. Fancy stuff on my keyboard. Yes, that will be air, for example. So with that way, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what that will essentially do is I will use those, and with that I will create my levels, so those will be blocks in the level. And if I just do that, and I want to create that, now I would have like a blank level, just a straightforward, nothing in it, running level. And then I will later load that and represent it by shapes. Yes, that's a plan. Sounds like a good plan in my opinion. Yeah. One last thing I want to change on that code is, so here we go. That's how a structure will look like. And in the level chunk, one last thing I want to change is I want to get a new class, which will be a tile or something like that, which will represent one of those, yeah, tiles basically. And I want to make this a list of those tiles, as that will help. So what I will do here is now I will read the first line, and I will read that regardless because I know something's in there. So, and here I want to set fancy stuff here. Here we go. For and I equals 1, I smaller than 11. We'll just iterate through it, as I know how big the files are. So no problems for that. Here we go. So the first line is always set, and what I will do with that, it's a bit long line. Here we go. What this will essentially do, hopefully, if we go into our level and in the init method just type new level chunk. Here we go. I will just try it out here. New file levels level 1. Delete set import file. Okay, I hope it won't crash. I haven't checked it. Okay, so we read in our file, we read in one line to match. Here we go. So we basically read in our level, as you can see in console down here. And what I want to do now is I want to first init this tiles array, and tiles, or yeah, tiles equals new tile. And if you wonder how I know how big the array is, if I read the first line, I know the set dimension is always 10, and set is how long the first line is. So the x dimension will be line dot length, and the y dimension, or the y dimension is always 10. And then what we will basically do here is we will iterate through it, or give me a second, let me change that. Oh, sorry for my fail here. If I equals 0, here we go. Then we do set, and what we wanna do now, then after set is we wanna say for and yacht equals 0, yacht smaller line dot length will basically read through the line. And with that, we can read every single character and then decide what to do based on the character we read. So now we will do switch whoop, and as a statement we will take a line dot char at chain. What that hopefully will do is we can make cases here and say, for example, if that happens, we do something and we spawn a tile case and if this happens, we can spawn something, and therefore we can now basically say if we got that, we will spawn a solid piece of wall, and otherwise we will spawn no solid piece of wall. So what I want to do is here create a new class, wall tile, and set extends our tile, and I want to do a new class air tile, and set will obviously extend here we go, talking while coding is a bad idea. And with that we can fill those tiles into our tile array as they are inherit from that. So we can fill our array, and we can say tiles, we know we are currently in xi and we are in y here, equals new wall tile. Ta-da! Here we go. So we fill out our array, which is nice, I hope. So here we go for an air tile. Well, so, okay, so what we do here basically, if it doesn't fail, then it should run now and not crash. I hope so. Damn it. There we go. Out of bounds exception 10. Could it be? Oh. Sorry for that. Interchange those. Still fails. Error on all. Level chunk 42. If the line is null, then we basically only have 9 of them. Or essentially, in other words, I failed in here. Yay, reload the level. Next step is displaying it. I think I will make the display right in here. Next thing will be yeah. Give me a second, I will just do some debug code in here. Level chunk, level, I don't know, sorry. I just want to see if it works. And in our level chunk, in the render method, we go for tile, no, for at I equals 0, let's do it that way, equals 0, x smaller than, yes, length, we can save it down here. That's the length. X++, so we iterate over it and just draw it. We go for it. For and y equals 0, y smaller than y++, and now we can render RAM, so we can say tiles x y. Oh damn it, that's such a bad video. So what I do here is I basically go through all tiles and just render them right on the screen. Tiles xy dot, oh, our tile has no functions, I see. Our tile should have a render function. let's feed our tile, and therefore all subclasses also are feeded with that tile dot render. Now we render all tiles, and if we now go into our wall tile and only render set one to the, oh damn it, I see a problem here. The tile needs to know where it is if it gets rendered, so, and if it gets created. Yeah, I guess that's also more into collision codes then. I will implement that next tutorial, but the basic idea is we load the level, it's in code, it's here. The next step is displaying it and adding collisions, and I will do that in the next video, as I don't have any more time yet. With that said, I really hope you enjoyed that, and if you didn't, then let me know you didn't, and tell me what you would like to see besides that. And even thought you didn't enjoy that, you could have a look at the Git code, which is, I think, not bad, so just have a look at the code. I hope you can at least enjoy the code, or you can enjoy the final product that will hopefully work. With that said, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.